الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي Rabbi Sidni Ilman Ajmain inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increase in all of us knowledge. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to this session, dear brothers and sisters. We have already completed 8 sessions of Surat al-Hadid. Today will be the final session, 9th session of Surat al-Hadid. We have only to cover 2 verses, last 2 verses. We have to cover last 2 verses, verse 28 and 29, and then we would have completed this beautiful, beautiful, challenging surah. So much to understand, alhamdulillah. And then after 15 seconds or so, a break, so that Brother Yusuf Jamal is ready for the next session. And that will be the first session of Surah Yasin. Alhamdulillah. I am very excited to start Surah Yasin also. It is one of the most talked about surah and recited surah, Surah Yasin. It has got beautiful explanation. So we will start in the second half of this session, inshallah, Surah Yasin. Now let us finish the last 2 verses of the Surat al-Hadid. Here is the title, brothers and sisters, from Clear Quran. An appeal to Jews and Christians. I don't give these titles. Dr. Mustafa Khattab, he's a very learned man, PhD in Arabic and in English also. He has got many degrees. And he's a Hafiz Quran, and he was born in Egypt. So he's most qualified person to give titles. And Clear Quran is one of the most popular English translation these days, because after every few ayat, there is a title to tell us that in the following verses, this subject will be discussed. So we have this final title of Surat al-Hadid, final title, an appeal to Jews and Christians. Now let us see what Mustafa Khattab, Dr. Mustafa Khattab wants to explain, and then we'll see the explanation of Dr. Mohar Ali. Here, Ya ayyuhallazina amanu, yes, that is why it says, the title says, oh, you believe, Ya ayyuhallazina amanu. Now I want you to look at this here. This is a beauty, incredible beauty. People who memorize it without understanding the language may not be able to grasp the eloquence of the Quran, the beauty of the Quran, the miraculous composition of the Quran, which makes the Quran miracle till the end of time. Amanu Madi, Fi'al Madi. Look at it. And then Aminu. Look at it. Amanu, Fi'al Madin. Aminu, what is Aminu? Did you guess it? Fi'al Amr. Fi'al Madi and Fi'al Amr coming one after another. So it's going to be very interesting, inshallah. Very interesting. Oh, people of faith. Yes, that is the Jews and Christians. Ahlul Kitab, people of the book. Fear Allah and believe in His messenger. This is messenger is the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And He will grant you a double share. He is Allah. He will grant you a double share of His mercy, provided and provided with you with a light to walk on the day of judgment. So here are things that Allah is promising, that He will grant you a double share of His mercy and provide you with a light to walk in on the day of judgment. What else? He'll forgive you. For Allah is most forgiving, most merciful. So I think here it is, I don't want to check the Quran again, but I think here I should say this is provide and provide you. I'll just cross this out. Dr. Morali, oh, you who believe, beware of Allah and believe in His messenger, Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. He will give you 2 portions of His mercy and will set for you a light. You may proceed by it on the day of judgment. He will set for you a light. You may proceed by it, and He will forgive you. Allah is most forgiving, most merciful. So these are the words of Allah. As a Muslim, we all believe what is mentioned is correct, that Allah will provide a light to those who are successful on the day of judgment. So, Ya ayyuhal lazina amanu, fine, now we go. Very beautiful, very beautiful. Alhamdulillah. I really enjoyed working on it, collecting all the information. Ya ayyuha. 3 words are there. Ya. What is ya? No, this is common explanation all the time. Ya ayyuhal come. This thing comes, I don't know, many times. Scores of times. I don't have the information. Maybe double dictionary will tell us how many times Ya ayyuha comes. Ya is harfu nida, particle for calling. Ayyu is munada, somebody who is called. Now, normally, after ya, the noun becomes mansub. We know Ya Abdullah. We say Abdullah, and then if you say put Ya in front of it, we say Ya Abdullah. Changes to mansub. So here, Ayyu did not change. Why? It's a munada, someone who is called Mabniun ala Dhamma. Yes, it's Mabniun ala, it is Mabni ala Dhamma fi mahali nasbin. Yes. Though it is Dhamma, but it is fi mahali nasbin. Wahuwa nakhiratun maksudatun means he is the one who's intended, meant, aimed at. Huwa nakhiratun maksudatun, he is the one who's intended, meant, aimed at. And ha harfu tanbih, mabni ala sukun. Tanbih means to draw someone's attention. Nabbaha yunabbihu tanbih, to draw someone's attention. Ya ayyuhal lazina. No, these are the people who are being called. Amanu, those who believe. Oh, you, those who believe. Now, here is something very beautiful, my brother. Also, I go by Dr. Abdurrahim because we have been learning from his books. So I follow his instructions. Al-lazina, we know it is ismun mawsulu. Fi mahali rafin not li ayu. Here, Dr. Suleiman Yaqut says that ayu, al-lazina is a not for ayu. Well, that's a good explanation. But Dr. Abdurrahim says, badalun min ayu. This is, al-lazina is a badal, substitute min ayu. So, because we have been studying this in the Madina books, so I wrote it on my own to tell you that yes, this is in Madina books, you know. Ayyuhalladhina amanu, okay, but then this has to be silatul mawsul, yes. Amanu, form 4. Fi'lu madin. No, I try to write everything in detail, but I will now, from now onwards, I will say verbally, you will inshallah listen to me carefully, and you will get used to it saying yourself also. Amanu. Fi'lu madin. Madin verb is always mabni, you know. Remember? Fi'lu madin. Fi'lu amrin. Mabniyani. Mabniyani. Remember, they are mabni. Mabni. Amr and madi. Fi'l mudariya is mu'rab. فعل مضارع is معرب. معرب, no longer mabni. It has 3 kinds of moves. Yes, it comes in 3 declension. It can be marfu. Oh yes. It can be mansub. Oh, what else? It can be majzoom, but not majroor. Remember, majzoom. Marfu, mansub, and majzoom. That is the fi'l mudariya. Just I thought touch base with you. Fi'l madin mabniun ala damma. Mabniun ala damma. And then the waw al jamaati, we call it waw al jamaati. Mabniun ala sukun fi mahali raf'in fa'il. Fi mahali raf'in fa'il is always marfu. وَجُمْلَةُ سِلَّةُ الْمَوْصُولِينَ. Now this is, amanu is a complete sentence. How can you call amanu complete sentence? Because it has got fi'l and fa'il. If a sentence has got fi'l and fa'il, the scholars say it is a complete sentence. Fi'l and fa'il. Okay. Ittaku. Oh. Ittaku. Very beautiful verb. Very beautiful verb. It comes from baka, yaki. Form 8, ittaka. It was ittaka, it changed to ittaka. Wow changed to ta. Yattaki. And from there, make it amar, ittaku. Ittaku. So we say here, this is tattakuna. It became ittaku. Fi'lu amrin. Mabni ala hadfi noon. Yeah, remember, always remember. And then waw al-jamaati, fa'il, ittaku. You all, this is antum. Remember, this is antum. Fi'l amr is, brother and sister, anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna. But mostly it will be anta and antum, and sometimes anti, and sometimes antunna. So ittaku is antum. You all, beware, be on your guard, fear, be afraid of. But this is most beautiful meaning. Be God conscious, be God conscious. All our lives, we should be God conscious. How will you become God conscious? When you think of Allah all the time, pray properly, all the salahs, understand reading the Quran, and then we will become God conscious. Means Allah is with me all the time. I don't see, but He is with me all the time. Alhamdulillah. But jumlatu la mahallaha jawabu nida. Ya jawabu nida. Ya. But jumlatul uslubil nida istanafiyatu. And this is the style of the jumla of nida. And it is istanafiyatu. It starts a new sentence. So this is a new sentence now. Alhamdulillah. Ittaqu Allah. Allah. Well, lafzul jalalati maf'ulun bihi mansubun wa alamatun nasbi fatah. Now come on. This is beautiful. Sometimes Sulaiman Yaqub gives proper details, but most of the time as we go in advanced level, the details are not they are scant, they are few, but I will guide you, inshallah. Ittaqullah, and then again, Aminu, Aminu, Amar. But it does not say that. See, that is my concern. It does not say that. How will you figure out on your own? But because we have a class with a teacher and the students, we have been doing this for now almost 2 years of the pandemic. The pandemic may get over, but our class will continue, inshallah. So, wow, as soon as wow comes, it will say jumlatu mawtufatun. Yes. Mawtufatun ala jawabi nida. Wow will just take it back. Mawtufatun. No explanation. Just this sentence is mawtufatun. Ala jawabi nida la mahallaha min al-i'rab. There is no other i'rab for it except the wow makes it mawtufatun. Goes back, But we will analyze it. Aminu fi'lu amrin mabniun ala hazfinu. Okay, and vowel jamati file, that is antum. How did you get it? No, I had little time, so I figured out. And I can tell you, my brothers and sisters, how did I get it? Tuminuna, antum tuminuna. So that is the fi'lul mudari'un. Remember, amar is made from fi'l mudari'a, not from madi, fi'l mudari'a. How do you do that? So this is amana, form 4, yuminu, tuminu, tuminuna. So to make amar, we first remove alamatu mudari. Oh gosh. This is another problem. Little touch here and there and it disappears. So 2 is alamatu mudariya. We cancel it. As soon as we cancel it, the hamza comes of the form 4. Hamzatul kata bil fatah. That is the hamza form 4. Only this is the hamza with fatah that comes in the amar. Otherwise, amar cannot have hamza fatah with a hamza. Cannot have hamza with a fatah on top. Only in form 4. So then we bring back here. And then we drop the noon because fi'lu amrin is majzum, So it became here. Now see here. Here, this is a hamza here. There's a hamza here. It together it became ah. It became ah. Did you get it, inshallah? This is hamza here and hamza here. Waw is the kursi. It became ah. So aminu. This aminu. This is the final form. Aminu. Fi'lun amrin Mabnin wala hazifi noon. Yes, Alhamdulillah. And then waw jamati fa'il. Aminu bi rasulihi. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Bi harfjar rasulihi. Isam majrur huwa mudaf. And this is mudaf ilayhi. Bi rasulihi. It says jarun wa majrurun. Mutalikun bi fi'l. Fi aminu. 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 Fine. Aminu bi rasulihi. Yutikum. Oh. What happened here? This yuti is majzum. Why is it majzum? Let us see explanation. There's a good explanation. Yuti comes from ata. Yuti also form 4. Form 4. Ata yuti. Ata yuti form 4. So, brothers and sisters, this is ata yuti. Now here, yuti is fi'lun mudariun marfun bidammatil mukaddara. But because of the ya, we cannot put dhamma on top, it will not accept it. So then you want to make it majzum, then you have to drop this ya. So it became yuti. Yuti. Aminu bi rusulihi. If you do that, what will happen? Yuti. Allah will give you. Fine. So we come here, read more. Yuti, fi'lun mudariun majzumun bi hadfi harfi illa. You see, I dropped it. Fi'lun mudariun majzumun bi hadfi harfi illa. Got the idea? Wa illatu fi hadhal jazmi. Wa illatu, and this illa, waw or ya, fi hadhal jazmi wuku'uhu. It has come wuku'uhu fi jawabi amar. Oh. There is amar here. Jawabi amar. No, that is one way of saying it. Wa fa'iluhu mustatirun Allahu here. Yuti, the file is mustatir, and that is Allah. Wa jumlatu la mahallaha min al-i'rab jawabu shartin mukaddarun. Jawabu shartin mukaddarun. There's a shart there now. And it's when you have a amar and followed by amar, there's a majzum, so that becomes a jawabu shart mukaddara. And I'll explain you beautifully, because this is my favorite topic, So wa illatu fi hadhal jazmi wuku'uhu. Wuku'uhu, it has occurred fi jawabi amar. What is jawabi amar? Wait for it. Wa fa'iluhu mustatirun, that is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Wa jumlatu la mahallaha min al-i'rab jawabu shartin mukaddarin. There is a shart, but that is estimated. Ghayru muqtarinun bil fa, and fa has not been attached to it, But damir kum mafulun awwal. Yuti will take 2 mafuls, remember, 2 mafuls. Ata yuti. So yuti kum is your first maful. Kum is your first maful. This is your first maful. Mafulun bihi. And this is kiflaini is a dual. This is your mafulun bihi number 2. Number 1, kum, and kiflaini, number 2. Fine. Now let us come. Where did I read this? Where did I copy this from? Where did I copy this from? Somewhere I got this. Inshallah, I'll explain you. So whenever there is a amar and majzum, there is a here it is, In because jawabu shart, there is a muqaddara, there is a shart. So this is your shart, estimated shart. What is it? In tattaqu Allah wa tuminu bihi. Yeah, that is your shart. In is harfu shart. Jazimun tajzimu fi'alaini. This is your first shart. Fi'lu shart. Tattaqu Allah majzum. Tattaqu Allah wa tuminu bihi. Fear Allah, be God conscious of Allah and believe in Him. If you in tattaqu Allah wa tuminu bihi, He will give you yutikum kiflaini. He will give you yutikum kiflaini. That means Allah, if you fear Allah and believe in Him, He will give you yutikum kiflataini. So there is a first majzum and there is a second majzum. This is a jawabu shart. This is jawabu shart. Yutikum is a jawabu shart. Kum mafulun bihi. Kiflaini also mafulun bihi because it takes two maful. Ata yuti takes two maful. So if you believe in Allah and if you are God conscious of Allah, Allah will give you kiflatani, double, something double. Okay, it will come. What is that double? Fine. So I explain you that, my brother and sister. Inshallah, you followed it. Kiflaini, this is dual. Kiflaini. Dr. Morali. Twice the grace, yes. Two portions, two shares, two parts, two equals. Yeah, Allah will give you double. Whatever He was supposed to give you, He will make it double. Twice the grace, two portions, two shares, two parts, two equals. That is kiflaini. Beautiful. It's not difficult. You understand it, inshallah. Min rahmatihi. From His mercy. Kiflaini. Min rahmatihi. Okay. So this is what Allah will give us, double share of His mercy. So kiflaini is not definite. So kiflaini, then this min rahmatihi, what follows indefinite, most likely it is a naat. So this is a sifat min rahmatihi. What kind of a kiflaini? Min rahmatihi, from His mercy, double portion of His mercy. I hope you got it. Alhamdulillah. Min harf jar, rahmati, ism majrur, wa huwa mudaf, and he mudaf ilayhi. Rahmatihi, ism majrur bi min, wa jarun wa majrurun, mutalikun bi mahzufi, sifat li kiflaini, not for kiflaini. That is very beautiful. Nasibaini, two portion. Nasibaini min rahmatihi. For what reason? Li-imanikum bi Muhammadin sallallahu alayhi wasallam. For first reason is by believing in Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam. I read it again. Nasibaini, this is all done by Sulaiman Yaqut. I just had to figure out properly so I can explain you properly, inshallah. Nasibaini min rahmatihi. What reason? Li-imanikum, for your faith. In whom? Bi Muhammadin. Not enough. Wa imanikum min bi man qablahu, all other prophets too, here. First, bi imanikum bi Muhammadin, wa imanikum bi man qablahu, all the prophets who came before Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Yeah, that is the reason. That is the reason that Allah will, if we believe in all these things, Allah will double the reward of His mercy. Wa rahmatun mudafun wa ha mudaf ilayhi. Alhamdulillah. وَيَجْعَلْ, and he will make you, he will set up for you. Wow, again atfan, yaj'al. So now again this is majzum. It will be mawtufun ala, something before it. Yes, yeah. يجعل فعل مضارع مجزوم بسكون جعل يجعل لأنه معطوف على يؤتي. Yeah, see, this is now واو came, it got معطوف على, connected with يؤتي. فاعله مستتر. يجعل also فاعل مستتر. ضمير العظمة, the pronoun of grandeur, majesty, Allah, mustatir. والجملة لا محل لها من الإعراب موصوفة على جملة يوتفة. Very nicely explained, alhamdulillah. We have to understand and read it. Please try to read it and figure out your vowel signs, inshallah. يجعل لكم, for you. جارun majrurun, easy. Lakum, jar majrur. Mutalikun bi fi'l, yajal, fine, that's good. It's connected with yajal. Nuran, oh, again, Nuran. Can you see Nuran? I always, when I see something, a noun or something, I'm checking, is it definite, indefinite? Because what follows it will have its meaning there. If it is indefinite, it will become not or hal or something. So yaj'al lakum, and he will set for you a light you may proceed by. This is Dr. Morali. That he may set, وَيَجْعَلْ لَكُمْ nuran, that he will set for you a light. You may proceed by it. You may proceed by it. Alhamdulillah. So that is it, my brother, the nuran he will give you. What will happen once Allah provides us with the light? Yamshuna bihi. We will proceed in the Jannah with that. Tamshuna bihi. Tamshu is antum. Antum. Tamshuna. Masha yamshi. Antum tamshuna. No explanation. No explanation. والجملة من فعل وفاعل في محل نصب صفة لنور. See, because this is indefinite, so tamshuna is a complete jumla من فعل وفاعل في محل نصب. If it is a صفة for nuran, which is mansub, then this jumla becomes في محل نصب لنورا. I hope you got it. Alhamdulillah. So here Dr. Morali said, you may receive guidance by it. You go along, move along, walk, proceed. That is the nuran, your guidance. Tamshuna bihi. That you may receive guidance by it, nuran. When you are walking, you go along, move along, walk, proceed. Now again, Masha yamshi antum tamshuna. Fi'lun mudari'un marfu'un bi subuti nun. And vowel jamati fa'il, that is antum. Bihi jar majrur mutalikun bi fi'l tamshuna. Fine. Wa yaghfir. Oh. Again, wow came. So it is harfu atfin. Yaghfir will be mawtufun ala. Yaj'al probably. Let us see if it says something. Yeah. Mislu i'rab wa yaj'al. See, like yaj'al, yaghfir. Yaghfir is like yaj'al. No explanation, but I wanted to give you some explanation. Yaghfir fi'lun mudari'un majzumun bi sukun. Fa'il mustatir huwa damirul azmati, the pronoun of majesty, which is Allah. We can always say damirul azmati for Allah. Remember, nobody else, Yaghfir lakum, jar majrur, mutalikun bi fi'l yaghfir. Fine. وَيَغْفِرْ لَكُمْ, and He will forgive you all. That's it. That it finishes here. Then Wallahu, this is waw istanafiyatu, a new sentence. Now starts a new sentence. So here sentence and tamshuna bihi, nuran tamshuna bihi wa yaghfir lakum, and He will forgive you. He will grant you forgiveness. Wallahu lafzul jalalati mubtada, marfun bi damma. Beautiful explanation. I just have to highlight it to make it more, visible to you on the screen. Waw al-istanafiyatu, lafzul jalalati mubtada. Where is the khabar now? Wallahu ghafurun. Ghafurun. This is intensive form. Always forgiving, most forgiving. Remember, intensive form. Most forgiving. Allah is, Wallahu, Allah is, Ghafurun, Khabrun awal, marfun bid damma. But jumlatu istanafiyatu. Right? And this jumla is istanafiya. Waw istanafiya came, so this jumla becomes istanafiya. Ghafurur Rahim, Khabru Sanin. This is the khabar number 1 of Allah. Wallahu, what about Allah? He is Ghafur, Khabru Awal. What else? He is Rahim, Khabru Sani. 2 khabar, marfun bid damma. Alhamdulillah. That is it. This comes here, brothers and sisters. Now this is the last verse. Last verse, Clear Quran, no title. Title is from the beginning. This is so. Li'allah means this is so. Li'allah. We'll understand. We'll dissect. We'll cut it down. This is so that the people of the book who deny the prophet, people of the book, Jews and Christians, they deny Muhammad as a prophet. So that the people of the book who deny the prophet may know that they do not have any control over Allah's grace. Yes, the people of the book should know that they have no control. They do not have any control over Allah's grace, and that all grace is Allah's, that all grace is in Allah's hand. All the grace is in Allah's hand. He grants it to whoever He wills. For Allah is the Lord of infinite bounty. Most beautiful. Morally, Dr. Morally, that there may know the people of the book that they have no power over anything of Allah's bounty. Yeah, they have no power of Allah's bounty. And that the bounty is in Allah's hand. Now let's read more. We'll get more idea, inshallah. Li Allah. So here, beautifully given, Li Allah mukawwinatun. Mukawwinatun. This is kawwana, yukawwinu, mukawwinu. Ism file. Min salasi kalimati. Min salasi kalimatin. Salasi kalimatin. Mukawwinatun means formed, built, made. Li Allah, this is built with three letters. Lam, Li, Lamu harfu ta'lil wa jarri mabni ala kasr. We know Lamu ta'lil, which is also jar. And then an harfu mastariyan wa nasbin mabni ala sukun ala noon allati kulibat laman. This noon changed into lam. And then this hamza only left. So this noon changed into lam. Kulibat means it changed into, turned into ram, turned into laman. Wa udghimat fi lam, and it got assimilated. It turned into lam and it got assimilated. And then number 3, la. There are two laws. One from al noon, and the another lam is la zaida. Harfun mabnin ala sukun. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Likay la ta'lama. Now you see it's mansub. Who made it mansub? We know. Alhamdulillah, we know that it has to be an. It has to be an, which made it mansub. Fi'lun mudariun mansubun bi an. Yes. Alhamdulillah. All these things, dear brothers and sisters, inshallah, I pray every day for all of you. All of you are in my prayers. I love you for the sake of Allah. Ana uhibukum fillahi, not billahi, fillahi. That is the expression that I love you. Fillahi means for the sake of Allah. And I want this knowledge to be on your fingertips all your life. All your life, this knowledge should be on your fingertips so that we can quench our thirst of the knowledge of the Quran by reading it and instantly understanding and digesting the spirit of the Quran in our hearts, in our minds, inshallah. Yalama, so that Yalama, fi'lun mudariun mansubun bi an wa fi'l fi tawili mastar fi mahali jar bi lam. Now, as soon as you make a mastar from an yalama, if you make a mastar, then it will be majroor because of the lamu ta'lil. Once you make mastar from an and the fi'l, then this lamu ta'lil will act as a lamu ta'lil, lamu bi lam. It will become, it will make majroor. It will be, make it majroor. An wa fi'lu fi tawili mastar means interpretation of the mastar fi mahali jar bil lam. No, lam will make that mastar majroor. Wa jarun wa majrurun muta'alliqun bi fi'l muqaddara. There is this one verb, this jar wa majrur, there is a muqaddara. Explain again. Ay alamana. See, this is alima ya'lamu. Now, alamana, form 4. Alama. Alamanakum bizalik. Na is Allah. We informed you to inform. Alama, form 4. Ay alamana kum bizalik. We inform you by that. Fine. Ya'lama ahlul kitabi. So, Ya'lama needs file. Where is the file? Ahlu. People. Ahlul kitabi, people of the book. No, you see, Quran is saying that, my brothers and sisters. Quran is saying this. Okay. So we have to understand, you and I, we don't say that. Allah says it. Ahlul kitabi means people of the book. Ahlul kitabi. This will come few times in the Quran. So, Ya'lama ahlu, so that the people of the book should know. Okay. So now, ahlu is a file, marfun bi damma, wa huwa mudaf, and kitabi is mudaf ilayhi. Fine. Now we come to fa'ilu ya'lama wa jumlatu la mahallaha min al-i'rab. This jumla has no i'rab except. Silatul Mawsuli al-Harfi. Yes, Harfi. Remember, there's a Silatul Mawsul for a noun and Silatul Mawsul for particle, harf. This sentence, Jumla, has no Arab except a Jumlatul La Ma'al Laha min al-Arab, Silatul Mawsuli al-Harfi, an. An. So where is an? An is here. Here. See, an is here. So this will make Silatul Mawsul, and we will call this Silatul Mawsul al-Harfi. Did you get the idea? I hope you got it. Ahlu mudaf, yes, now it says mudaf. Ahlu is mudaf, kitab mudaf ilayhi jar majrur, alamatu jarrihi kasra, here comes jar majrur, alamatu jarri kasra, alhamdulillah, it comes here now. Now there is more explanation. Allah, now this is an plus la. An plus la, Allah. What is Allah? Mukawwanatun min an mukhaffafa min thaqilati allati yakunu ismuha damiru shan mahzufan. Yes, this an has got a damir which is deleted. An min an al mukhaffafatu is called an mukhaffafatu min sakilati. So it is here, it is made lighter. Mukhaffafatun min sakilati allati yakunu ismuha, and his sim is damiru shan, which will be annahu, but it is not mentioned. So who was dropped to make it lighter. So it is called now an mukhaffafatu. Mukhaffafatu min thaqilati, from heaviness. Allati yakunu ismuha, that is ismha bi damiru shanin mahzufan, that is deleted. Wala harfu nafi mabin ala sukun. Very beautiful, my brother. So an la means an, which is annahu, la yakdiruna. Yakdiruna. Allah yakdiruna comes from kadara yakdiru, whom yakdiruna. Morally, that they have no power over anything of Allah's bounties. Yakdaruna, to have power. Fine. Kadara yakduru, to have power. Qadirun. Fi'lun mudariun marfoon bi subuti nun. Yes, that's good enough. Very beautiful. Wawul jamati file. Yes, that is also good. Wawul jamati file. Hum. Yeah. But jumlatu fi mahali rafin khabar. Yes. If there is an mukhaffafa min sakilati, so there has to be a khabar. So then this yakdiruna becomes khabar of an mukhaffafatu min as-sakilati. Did you get the idea? So this is a jumla. This jumla is fi mahali rafin khabar. Khabar of what? An mukhaffafa min sakilati. Fine. So that is here an. It is annahu, remember. Now these are very advanced. If you can just understand me and also think about it, someday you will be very proficient, inshallah, about the an mukhaffafa. All these things will come. As long as we come and study Quran more and more from here and there, all these things will be repeated. Yes, they'll be repeated, and we'll understand it, and our understanding will become strong and strong, inshallah. Alhamdulillah. So now, what was the next? Another nice thing is coming. One, Vaismuha, Vakhabaruha, remember? An, Vaismuha, Vakhabaruha, which is An, Mukhafafa, Ismuha, Khabaruha. We did it, all that thing. Damiru Shan is Ismu, and Khabaruha, we got the Khabar also. Also, this is very beautiful. Will surprise you. One, Vaismuha, Vakhabaruha, Fi Tawili Master. It has the interpretation of the master of An, Ismuha, Vakhabaruha, Fi Tawili Master. Interpretation of mother, Fi Mahali Nasbin. Now we have to understand all these things and read it. And these are the scholars who are explaining us. We must try to understand, my brother and sister. I sometimes read over and over again. Then it gets in my mind properly. Female Nasbin. Sadda masadda. Sadda masadda mafulay. Two mafuls. Mafulaini yalama. This comes after some verbs, but especially alama ya'lamu. So because it came here, li'ay la ya'lama, so now ya'lama should have two mafulun bihis. Okay, so those two mafulun bihis are described here. I will tell you. Fi mahali nasbin, sadda masadda mafulay ya'lamu. So they are not clear. So that is why we say sadda masadda. It fills the place of two maf'ul. That is why we say maf'ulay, maf'ulaini. Maf'ulay, ya'lama, mudaf, mudaf ilay, so noon got dropped. Maf'ulaini, noon got dropped because it became mudaf of ya'lam. It functions as two maf'uls. Two maf'uls, you know. Fine. لا يقدرون على شيء من فضل الله. Yes, they have no control. No. Whom we are talking to about? The people of the book. They have no control on anything. Min fadlillahi, from the bounty of Allah. They have no control, no control. Nobody has a control. Especially people of the book, they claim that they are very special. And Allah negates that thinking, you know. The addressee are the people of the book. This is all addressed to the people of the book. That they have no power over anything of Allah's bounty, that the bounty is in Allah's hand. Here is something beautifully written by Dr. Morali. May Allah bless him for all his contribution. I would not be able to take this class had it not been Dr. Morali's book all the time with me on my desk. I check it. Dr. Morali, he talks about Allah's bounty, particularly the bounty of prophethood. Allah can send prophet. Nobody can tell Allah what to do, particularly the bounty of Allah of prophethood, which the people of the book claim, as their special prerogative. Prerogative, that is, they were right. Prerogative. This is all from Morali, which the people of the book claimed as their special prerogative. No, that is not so. So Allah Shayyin, because see, they said, you know, those prophets are ours special. No. You have no control over Allah's bounty. He can share that bounty with anybody. So after those prophets, Prophet Isa and Musa alayhi salam, the turn came to Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. So he is the last, the final prophet. Now we can say no more prophets. That's it, you know. And anybody who says there are prophets, no, they are misled. They are misguided people. La yaqdiruna ala shay'in. Again indefinite. So it will have something adjective, you know. Min fadli. Min fadli. This is min fadli. Min is harfu jar. Mabni ala sukun. Fadli ism majrur bi min. Okay, wa huwa mudaf. And jarun wa majrurun sifatun li shay'in. See, this shay'in is here, and this is min fadli. This is the sifat. Jar majrur. This jar majrur sifat li shay'in. I pointed out. Sifat li shay. Allah, fadlillahi, lafzul jalalati, mudaf ilayhi majrurun. وَأَنَّ الْفَضْلَ اللَّهِ Oh, mashallah, mashallah. أَنَّ الْفَضْلَ بِيَدِ اللَّهِ Yes. وَأَنَّ الْفَضْلَ بِيَدِ اللَّهِ أَنَّ الْفَضْلَ بِيَدِ اللَّهِ Now, look at it, my brothers and sisters. Anna Waul atifatun. Now it all will go back, you know. Anna harfu tawkidin wa nasbin. Al-fadla ismu anna. What is the fadla? Ismu anna. Mansubun. Walamatu nasbi fata. What is the meaning of al-fadla? Grace, favor, kindness, bounty. Anna al-fadla Allahi. No, I beg your pardon, I'm jumping, you know. And normally we can say Anna al-Fadl Allah, but not today. Anna Fadla bi yadillahi. It is in the hands of Allah. Anna al-Fadla bi yadillahi. Fine, that is the thing, you know. Now we have here Ismu Anna. What is Ismu Anna? Al-Fadla. No, where is the khabar? Khabar anna. Biyadi. Biyadi. Remember. Biyadi. We have to be careful. Jar majrur. Jar majrur. Mutalikun bi mahzufi khabar anna. Biyadi is jar majrur. Khabar anna. Fi mahali. Rafin we can say. Ismu anna. منصوب خبر أن مرفوع وأن واسمها وخبرها في تأويل مصدر في محل نصب موصوف على سابق. Oh, brother. It will go back now. Go back. خبر أن واسمها وتأويل في تأويل مصدر في محل نصب موصوف في محل نصب موصوف على سابق. Now again we go back. You will see that that it refers to something mansub, you know. Fine. If you read it, it will come there. Inshallah. I read it, but there is so much written here, I sometimes cannot find it again, you know. Anna fadl biyadi. Fine. So this is your khabar number 1. Or anna. And then yadillahi. Yadi becomes mudaf. Bi harf jar. Yadi. Ism majrur wa huwa mudaf ala mudaf ilayhi. Fine. It's so beautiful, gets a little complicated, but I will explain you inshallah. أن الفضل بيد الله يؤتيه. Ata yuti. Remember, Palm 4. Palm 4 needs to mafulun bihi. I'm pointing out to you, when you see ata, yuti, think of to mafulun bihi, Yutihi, ata, yutihi. He is mafulun bihi number 1. Yutihi, fi'lun mudariun marfun bi dammatil muqaddarati lithiqli. We cannot put yuti here, dhamma here, no. We cannot, because of the heaviness. وَفَائِلُهُ damirul azmati mustatirun Allahu. The file is damirul azmati mustatirun Allah. Yutihi, and then وَجُمْلَةُ فِي مَحَلِّ رَفْعٍ خَبَرْ ثَانِي لِأَنْ. Now this jumla becomes khabar number 2 for an. Khabar number 2 for an. This was khabar number 1 for an. Biyadi, yadillahi. Now yutihi, this is khabar number 2 for an. Khabar sani li an. Waha mafulun bihi. Yutihi mafulun bihi. Fine. Man. Now see here. Man as is allazi. Man is allazi. Man ismu mawsul bi mana allazi mafulun bihi sanin. Yutihi man. Mafulun bihi number yutihi man. Or yutihi, you can say allazi. 1 and mafulun bihi number 2. And then yashau. Yashau. Sha yashau. To want, to wish. Fi'lun mudariun marfun bi dhamma. Wa fa'iluhu damirun mustatirun. No, damirun mustatirun. Damirul azmati Allahu. Wa jumlatu silatul mawsul. If you say man is allazi, then this becomes silatul mawsul. Wallahu. Wallahu and Allah. Wa'ul istinafiyatu. Wa'ul istinafiyatu. New sentence, New sentence now. وَاللَّفْظُ الْجَلَالَةِ مُبْتَدَى مَرْفُونٌ بِالضَّمَّةِ. Beautiful. ذو. We know ذو. خبرٌ مرفون بواو. No, that is not sufficient. Not at all sufficient. Because we must understand zu properly. Now, we, the student of Medina books, and we have learned all this zu. What is zu, my brother and sister? Asmaul khamsa. Remember? Asmaul khamsa. You know that, huh? Okay. Zu. Abu, Akhu, Hamu, Fu, and Zu. Abu, Akhu, Hamu, Fu, and Zu. They are Asmaul Khamsa. 5 special now. Do you get the idea, brother? Okay. Did you get the idea? Asmaul Khamsa. Abu, Akhu, Hamu, Fu, and Zu. Abu, Akhu, Hamu, Fu, and Zu. They are Afwaul Khamsa. They are Asmaul Khamsa. 5 special nouns. When they come as mudaf, what is the speciality? They have different endings. Except to ja mutakallim. Oh yes, except to ja mutakallim. What is the different ending? They are marfu bil waw, mansub bil alif, majrur bil ya. They are marfu bil waw, mansub bil alif, majrur bil ya. Abu aba abi, akhu akha akhi, hamu hama hami, fu fa and fi, zu za and zi, zu. So then zu is marfu bil waw. They are marfu bil waw, not by dhamma. So all these things you have to understand. Afu, abu, akhu, hamu, fu and zu. Abu, akhu, hamu, fu and zu. Good. So we go back to the recent here. Did you get the idea? Zu. لأنه no nothing. Khabrun marfu bil waw. Yeah, that is correct. It's marfu bil waw, not by dhamma. But then it is why it لأنه من أسماء الخمسة. Okay. Wallahu, Allah is the possessor, the Lord. When you say Allah, Zu means possessor. Possessor of what? Fadli, Dhul Fadli, grace and bounty. And Allah is the Lord. Yes, you can say Lord or you can say possessor. Lord is fine. This is Dr. Moore Ali. And Allah is the Lord of immense bounty. Immense bounty. Wallahu dhu fadl al-azim. Fadl, Dhul Fadli. This is Ism Majrur. Dhul Fadli, Mudaf ilayhi, Majrurun bi alamatu jarri kasra. Al-azim, sifat. Fadlil, al-fazlil, azim, sifat. What is azim? Great, magnificent, splendid, grand, immense. Alhamdulillah, dear brothers and sisters, we completed. I am grateful to Allah that Allah helped us to complete this beautiful surah. You will always remember our journey in Suratul Hadid. All these episodes are there. You can download it and time to time watch it. Even I want to watch it. I want to check it myself thoroughly about everything that I said. I'm a human being. I can make a little mistake. So that we have done it. And may Allah bless you for it. Alhamdulillah, that you attended this session. And you have now, we completed session number 9. And tonight, Brother Yusuf Jamal will send you the recording separate. And now